Hello, everyone. My name is Don, the movie reviewer, and today we're going to be talking about one of Stephen King's most terrifying novels, It. I have not read the novel. Maybe one day I'll get around to it. We'll see. But I did see the mini movie series that came out on television a while back. Well, I didn't see it when it first came out because I don't think I was born yet. But I did catch it when I was a very young lad, later on, and it was effective. I thought the scares in the movie were effective. John Ritter, may he rest in peace, was great in the movie. Tim Curry, who played Pennywise in that movie, was fantastic. He was intimidating. He was creepy. Tim Curry is a fantastic actor. Loved him in that movie. I haven't seen it recently, so I don't know if it still holds up or not. But this new 2017 It movie, is it as good as the original miniseries, or is it better? Let's find out.
There you go. She's all ready, Captain.
Thanks, Billy. Bill, if you'll come with me, you'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too. You'll float too.
It 2017 is about six kids who live in a small town where a demonic clown terrorizes them. When the movie started, I thought it started a bit too slow. There were some things, small things in it that happened that I felt were a bit unnecessary. All of that put together made for a pretty dull first few moments for me. But after we get through the initial part, that's when the good stuff happens. There were images in here that could haunt a child's nightmares for a century. I will say that this movie is an adult film because it deals with a lot of adult themes. Not only the images of the clown itself are scary, but dealing with such things as pedophilia, that's a thing that no kid should have to go through ever. The main thing about this is what really scares you. We all are afraid of something, and sometimes that fear can get the best of us, especially when there's a demonic clown involved. However, all things considered, some of the scares did go on a bit too long. During the beginning, it's slow. During the middle, in the House of Horror scene, it's fantastic. Love that scene. The scares are effective and they work, very excited. But then after all of that, everything slows down again. And so I think the studio should have condensed the story, make it leaner, meaner, tell it at a breakneck pace so that I don't get bored as I'm watching the shit. I felt like some of the scares went on and on and on, and I'm like, yes, okay, I get it. I've seen this shit before. Okay, hair in a sink, cool. It was fine, but I didn't need all of that. I just wanted to know who this clown was and why he was doing the shit that he was doing. But as they say,
You hear that, Stu? I think she wants some motive. I don't really believe in motive, Sid. I mean, did Norman Bates have a motive?
No.
Did they ever really decide why Hannibal Lecter liked to eat people?
Don't think so.
I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
See, it's a lot scarier when there's no motive, Sid.
I don't know. I just wanted to know more about the killer clown, I guess. Jaden Lieberher plays Bill. When I first saw him in the opening scene, I thought his "I'm sick, Georgie" performance came off as weak. But as the character evolved, I grew with him. I liked the character, and I liked the actor's portrayal of the character overall. Jeremy Ray Taylor plays Ben, and I will say that he was one of my favorite characters. His introduction scene alone was probably one of the best scenes in the movie. Sophia Lillis plays Beverly, and she looked more like Molly Ringwald during her heyday. I thought her character needed a bit more character development, but I did get a sense of what her adolescent years were like, and they weren't very nice to her. Finn Wolfhard plays Richie, and there wasn't much to his character except him having a foul mouth. All this made me think was, where is this boy's mother? Because I know he does not kiss his mother with that mouth. Chosen Jacobs plays Mike. We get a couple of scenes where the movie talks about his past, but I don't think his character got enough screen time. I mean, he'd be in one scene talking about, I'm an outsider. I don't want to be in the club no more. Then, all of a sudden, just because the gang gets back together, there he is with no explanation for his sudden change of heart. Jake Dylan Grazer plays Eddie, and I would say next to Jeremy Ray Taylor, he was one of the best actors here because every time he seemed scared or went for his inhaler, I legitimately felt bad for the kid. Wyatt Olive plays Stanley. There wasn't much to him except that he was Jewish and his father was strict with him about his faith. Other than that, I really didn't feel anything for him. When you put all these characters together, you got the Losers Club. Not only did the actors do a good job of making me believe that they were all friends, but the directing, editing, music choices played a clear part in effectively making the audience feel everything that the kids were going through during the course of the movie. Nicholas Hamilton plays Henry, and almost all of his scenes involve him screaming and being a real dick. He was one of the meanest bullies I've ever seen. Maybe not ever seen, but I will definitely say that he was one of those bullies that I haven't seen in a long time. Like, all of the shit that he was doing, I was like, dude, you're fucking crazy. You do not need a fucking knife. Put the fucking knife away. What the fuck? I understand someone being mad because someone's a nerd, or, you know, you just being mad and you just want to take your frustrations out in the world and all that stuff, but, dude, you need to calm down. Do you want a balloon? Do you want to float too? Now on to the main attraction. Pennywise, played perfectly by Bill Skarsgård. It was hard for me to remember that Tim Curry once played this role, and he was fantastic as the character during that time. But now we have Bill Skarsgård stepping in, and man, oh man, does he do a good job. He delivers a scary performance. I will say that all of his scenes were intimidating, and he was the perfect choice for this character. But I will also say that some of his scenes are used with CGI effects, and some of it did look pretty bad. Andy Muschietti, who only had one movie under his belt before he did this, did an effective job showing how all the members of the Losers Club became friends. The scenes where the club were just hanging out, talking, were nice scenes in the movie because for me as an audience member, it let me be intimate with all these characters and getting to know them personally, and I really enjoyed that. I got to know each individual character. The only negative thing I can say here was that the pacing of the movie should have moved at a breakneck pace, and it should have explained a lot more and got deeper into the story and history of Derry and the clown. It could have added more depth to most of these characters. I felt like it just scratched the surface and there was more to explore and discover. Some of the CGI effect shots look pretty bad, and I wish movies would just go back to using practical effects. The pacing of the movie could have moved faster and got to the point sooner. Maybe I'm just being nitpicky because I did notice some minor problems throughout this thing, but I did overall enjoy it and I had a good time. Losers Club members seemed like they really cared about each other. I believe them as a group and a unit, and that's why I feel like that not only the actors delivered, but the directing came into play and helped the audience build that relationship with the characters through its editing and its music choices. I give 2017's It an A minus. I thought it was fun, effective, and scary. I like the characters in this movie as a group when they work as a unit. I do feel like some of the characters in the movies did get shortchanged in the story department. However, the actors portraying the characters gave such a good performance, because they're all so likable that you will probably end up rooting for them throughout the entire movie. The story could have moved faster and got to the point a lot sooner. And so I do feel that, a couple little minor things could have been tweaked here and there. But overall, I like the movie. I had fun with it, and I can't wait for the next chapter. So, as always, thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.
Yo will do.